When you combine sentries and games, you end up with a lot of different stuff. But if you think of a sentry in Terraria, it is only this. And maybe this, but not really. These two also exist, but no one really cares about them, and people only know them because they wanted a Meowmere and got this as a consolation prize. But there is of course one sentry the legends talk about, known for being the only pre-hard mode sentry that is not from Tavern Keep, and no one uses it. Houndius Shootius, even though it sounds like a certain name in a certain movie, is a sentry in Terraria. It is part of the Don't Starve crossover update and drops from a very specific boss, so it wouldn't be a surprise if most people don't know much about it. Without getting lost in the details, let's go and test it out and see what this eyeball toothpick can do. Back in 2021, Terraria released its crossover update with Don't Starve, which is an amazing game and I definitely recommend the single player version. The crossover brought a boss called Deerclops to Terraria, and to spawn it naturally you have to stay in snow biome exactly at midnight during a blizzard, or make and use a weird spawning item. So if you missed the boss in your playthrough, don't blame yourself. For a pre-hard mode boss, Deerclops actually has a lot of mechanics, but two things to keep in mind. 1. You can walk between its legs. And 2. Use warmth potion. The best thing about Deerclops is, unlike all other bosses in Terraria, it doesn't despawn when you die. So you can actually try to defeat it as soon as you can spawn it and throw yourself at it until it dies. And when you kill the boss, you have a 25% chance to get the eyeball on a stick, among many other things. I prefer to kill Deerclops before going for Skeletron, so Houndius Shootius goes to Skeletron in our progression line. Houndius Shootius is the earliest sentry you can get in the game. Well, technically you can buy the Dungeon Defender's sentries earlier, but they don't work outside Old Man's army if you have not defeated it yet. And I'm not seeing anyone doing that before killing a Deerclops. What this toothpick can do, however, is shooting a single target attack very slowly. Unfortunately, being a sentry in this game means not doing a lot of DPS. So I went and tested out all early sentries against some enemies. Normally I would use dummies for that, but Tavern Keep sentries just refuse to hit them, so off to some skeletons we go. And well, I would love to give you some numbers here and do a more in-depth comparison, but the more I used them, the more apparent it became that they are all shit. But if you really want to use these guys, it all ends up at what type of attack you want. Single target, slow but piercing, damage over time, short range area attack, or high DPS to walking enemies. Also, I just noticed it while testing, but explosive trap is pretty fun to use and I may actually try to use that the next time I play. Even if comparing the DPS of these weapons don't make much of a sense, we can still do a test to see if Houndius Shootius is useful to have in boss fights. I have fought against two bosses with summoner gear, with and without the sentry active, to see if it will have an impact on the fight. Let's first go over Queen Bee results. This is with the toothpick summoned and this is without. If you are asking this banana's completely honest opinion, there is no shot Houndius Shootius makes an actual 30-second difference. Queen Bee loves to go wild in her fight, so the timing can change based on how calm she is while she is getting whipped. So a better approach is to simply check a boss who likes to stay in one place, such as Deerclops itself. The timings here make much more sense to me and shows that the slight DPS boost from Houndius Shootius can make a difference. It doesn't look super flashy, but it seems this eyeball can actually help. Now, boss fights aren't everything. Most of the game, especially pre-hard mode, is spent doing other stuff. And if you are going to use a sentry, it is best to do it there. When you are farming things like obsidian rolls to make Terra Spark boots, or rotten chunks to make some stuff, or anything really, you will be staying in the same area for a long time and Houndius Shootius will be a good help to killing stuff faster. And when the Skyblock seed drops in the next update, we may see the use of sentries in an AFK farming, but that will be for another day. All the stuff we talked about now might be things that you already know or don't care about, but let me show you the last trick up this weapon sleeve. This. Not clear enough? Then look at this. And this. And this. The most powerful thing about Houndius Shootius isn't the hounding nor the shooting. It is being able to summon it anywhere on the screen and seeing the ores in the wall or empty spaces of a cave. This is something I need early game, mid game, even late game. If it was a guaranteed drop from Deerclops, I would immediately make an arena at the start of the game and throw myself at it just to get this item. There is of course a mana cost, but who cares when you can see around so early in the game. Terraria having a crossover with Don't Starve is an incredible thing, and whether sentries are useful or not, I think we can all agree that Houndius Shootius looks amazing. I don't think I would really farm for it for its DPS, but if you get it from the boss, there's no reason not to use it in the fights. I'd definitely spam it underground for the vision though. 1.4.5 seems to be bringing a lot of good stuff for summoners. Relogic even announced some new modifiers for the class just last week, so who knows, maybe sentries will get some love too. Maybe we will even get a few new sentries. But what do you think of Houndius Shootius? Did you know about its map revealing ability? Would that make you consider farming for it? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more Terraria content. See you in the next video, and as always, have a great day.